Hi, thank you for clicking on the video, and I hope everyone is doing really well. If you read the title of this video, which I'm sure 99.9% of you did, you know exactly what this video is about. I am filming a full day of eating only my fear foods. If you don't know what a fear food is, basically it's a food that instills fear. Pretty simple, right? Some of them are a little bit weird. I think they're kind of weird, but being afraid of food in and of itself is kind of a weird concept. I've come to find that a lot of my fear foods are also the foods that I used to eat and binge on when I have this fear that eating those foods are going to trigger a binge and then the feeling and need to throw up, which I want to avoid. I don't want to do that. I don't like doing that. It's icky. I have one food that I always think back to because it was a primary binge purge food of mine, and now it's a food that I eat almost every single day, and it's proof that I can overcome that fear of that food and that fear of binging and purging. The first couple times I ate this food in moderation, my body reacted and tried to just throw up because my body associated that food with throwing up. So even just a small bowlful, when before I would eat a massive amount of this particular food, a small bowlful triggered that like muscle memory and made me throw up even when I didn't want to. So it took a lot of practice and just making myself eat it and process what I'm eating and what you're not going to do afterwards. And eventually it got to the point where now that food is a major staple in my diet. I will be starting out today with another one of my binge purge trigger foods. It is a big fear food of mine. It is cereal. I have come to a point where I can eat healthy cereal, but it still sometimes can trigger a binge afterwards. But this, I'm challenging myself to just have a simple bowl of fruity, not healthy whatsoever cereal. And I'm gonna enjoy every bite of it, and I'm not gonna worry about it. That is the goal of a full day of fear food challenge kind of video, is eat the foods that I'm afraid of. I'm allowed to enjoy, like, you're allowed to enjoy these foods. Nothing bad is gonna happen afterwards. There's no reason to feel guilty, embarrassed, afraid. And that's the major one. There's no reason to feel afraid when eating these foods. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you do not enjoy this video, you can give it a thumbs down. That is cool too. I don't mind. If you are not subscribed already, please consider subscribing and be sure to hit the notification bell to be notified of all future uploads. If you have any comments, questions, video suggestions, food challenge video ideas, feel free to leave that in the comment section below. Be sure to go follow me over on Instagram, and let's get into this day of eating. Alright, so I have a bowl of some Fruity Pebbles here. And then I mentioned in a recent video that another one of my fear foods is chocolate milk. So I got one of these dark chocolate almond milk, like, juice boxes. So I'm actually going to be putting chocolate milk on here. Alright, so it has been roughly an hour since breakfast, and I am going to have another fear food of mine. This is actually a fear drink, and it's a drink that I have faced in one form, but today I'm going to face it in another form. That sounds kind of weird. So the fear food is soda. And you've probably seen me drink plenty of soda on this channel. But here's where it gets weird. I have a fear of diet soda. I don't know why. I have faced my fear of traditional soda, but there's something about diet soda that, I don't know, it freaks me out. And I used to drink it all the time. For the wrong reasons, of course. And one of my favorite is Dr. Pepper. So I have a diet Dr. Pepper and I'm gonna drink it. And I know for a fact that I actually like a lot of diet soda over the original. This isn't bad. I remember liking this when I was younger. I would say it tastes like if you took Dr. Pepper and watered it down slightly. I think what freaks me out is the aspartame. I don't know. I have it in my brain that it's like poison. I don't know. It's probably like orthorexic shit. I'm gonna go get some work done and finish this off.
Few moments later.
And I totally forgot that Dr. Pepper has caffeine in it. And the caffeine kicked in right as my blood sugar started to drop. So I started shaking and I had to sit down and I got really lightheaded. It was a whole thing. I drank some water and I was like, okay, I need to eat. I made some pasta. I don't know why, but I have this fear of eating pasta midday. I used to have mac and cheese as a kid all the time for lunch. And now I'm so afraid to eat pasta during the day. I don't know. It has garlic, basil, oregano, and parsley, and then also melted butter, which is something my mom used to do. She used to make just plain pasta with butter and salt. So good. But I decided to make it a little fancier and add some herbs and spices. So I'm gonna eat this because I need to, because I'm going to pass out. My original plan was to pick up fast food French fries for dinner, but it didn't work out that way. Having to make last-minute changes when it comes to food can be very stressful and a fear food behavior that needs to be worked on. I made my own French fries and actually used olive oil on them to amp up the fear food factor. The last thing I ate that day was this entire chocolate bar. Chocolate is a fear food of mine that I've faced many times. But in addition to showing that it's okay to eat chocolate, I wanted to show that if you were to end up eating the whole thing, you're going to be okay. Focus on how delicious chocolate is rather than the fear of it. That's how you break the cycle of fear foods controlling you. And I actually remembered to film what I looked like after this day of eating. As always, it is totally normal and expected that your body will change. That's life, and I'd rather live life and enjoy life than be stuck in a fearful mindset.